Well, I guess there's no way to turn it so that it is like a mirror image. Quiet in this area today. The problem with this area is really hot and cold. But
Head to your pickup at 16107 Melbourne Street.
chill out, man. Chill out.
Turn right, then turn left on Cortez Boulevard. Turn left on Cortez Boulevard. Turn right to stay on Cortez Boulevard.
It's clown before right in front of me. Right in front of me. I want to get an air horn. I mean, not even a chance of making him without me smacking him if I didn't let's see, 444. That number comes up a lot. And it's just about as clown parade time. Somebody comment something or chat something so I know it's working. This thing on? Is this thing on? Hello. Hello. Device is too hot. Use the overheating protection setting. There is no freaking overheating protection setting. I see you. Still with me there, Tony. No, this thing says device is hot. Use the overheating protection, but there's no overheating protection thing. Did that before. You just have to go with it. I forgot. I got like 2 text strings or chat strings on top of one another. That's annoying. Chill out, people. Chill out. Would you? Ask clown parade time. This isn't even like 1/3 as busy as like Polaris Parkway or something, but these people can't drive. It's sort of like a Polaris, and it lasts about 3 miles maybe. And they can't handle it. I could flip the camera so it'd be more exciting. You can see what I almost ran into. Maybe. I don't want to flip when I'm driving. Well, it's not a perfect system. Tell you what, everybody's pretty excited up here in the Spring Hill area because they got them a brand new, not even open yet, Olive Garden. Sweet doggy. On dipshit. I think you didn't know that road didn't end right there.
In a quarter-mile, turn right on Wisconsin Road using the right lane.
Wisconsin Road. It's like you're riding with me, Greg. I was trying to flip the camera around so you could see who was in front, but it wasn't letting me do it. It says rear. understand the buttons. Oh, no, I don't know what the hell that was. That make no sense. Front. Oh, look at that. Check it out. You can see that person almost smashed into.
In a quarter-mile, turn right on Wisconsin Road using the right lane.
See, Greg drives a big old bus down here. You just take the right of way. No, these people are idiots, man. They drive. It's like they just cut right in front of the buses and they slam on the brakes and shit, and they got no courtesy at all. Would like to make the words bigger on the text because that's the whole problem with using your phone for all these apps and shit. You can't see the damn text. This guy in front of me, I'm gonna get ready to go smack him in the freaking head. Get out of the way, you moron.
Turn right on
Damn,
Wisconsin
man.
Road.
I really shouldn't probably be a rideshare driver. Generally, I let Jen drive anywhere south of our area because we head down towards Tampa. By the time we get where we're going, I'm so damn mad I can't see straight, and she's white knuckled. California Street. Look at that blue skies. Sort of. We're heading east currently. One thing about when I moved to Florida that I really did enjoy was the big, bright blue skies. After living in Ohio for 46 years, and you only get like 14% of the sun's shine, and it's just freaking.
In a quarter-mile, turn right on California Street using the right lane.
Gray and dismal. Pick up the problem blind. Pick up Michael. I think I picked this guy before, maybe.
Turn right on California Street.
That's his ass clown. You're gonna walk around in the middle of the fucking road and stand. What a fucking moron. These people down here ain't too bright. There's the bus, Greg. You ain't on it. I don't know, the feed seems to be working all right. It says the phone is hot and it could affect the feed, but I don't know. It seems like it's all right to me.
In a quarter mile, turn right on Melbourne Street. Turn right on Melbourne Street.
That's where you come off of a paved road and go right into the sandy mess. It's amazing.
Just ahead, pick up Michael on the right.
It's amazing the number of unpaved roads they still have down here, like right in the city, right outside the cities. Says Michael.
Pick up Michael on the right.
Would that be him on the left? Are you Michael? It's right on target. Pick up Michael on the right.
How you doing?
Head to your drop-off at 2 South Masters Drive.
Home of Sassy?
Yes, sir.
I ain't been up there in a minute. Let's see what's going on. Just making sure the other app's turned off.
It's not bad. It's definitely a lot calmer than Spring Hill. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I used to go up there all the time. I've got a live feed going, just so you know, but I don't know how the hell it's switching.
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
I don't know they started that stuff, man. The seatbelt stuff.
Oh, as long as I've been using Uber, it does now.
When I first started, it wasn't doing it. Maybe it's because I get yelled at for speeding all the time or something. Let's see. Let me switch this back around. And all right. Yeah, I haven't been up there in a minute. Last time I was up there, it was like under construction forever, going through the main drag on 19. And my God, you'd sit there forever.
Well, 98, they finally just got done redoing that whole stretch of 98 between 19 and the Parkway. They've been out there for months working on
Turn
that.
left on Orlando Avenue, then turn left on Daytona Street.
It's probably going to have me probably take the turnpike one.
Parkway. Usually have to take the
Parkway.
Parkway, yeah. It's quicker. It's quite a bit quicker.
I was just up there not long ago. I went to, the hell did I go up there for? I don't even remember. Sometimes I have to go to the dump up there.
Yeah.
Because they won't let you dump some stuff down here, but it seems like, yeah, that's what.
Turn left on Daytona Street.
Trailer full of debris from the storm, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I do lawn service landscape work.
We
dump out there a lot, but the prices have just gotten to be ridiculous out there.
I don't know why. So there's the one over there by that road behind Walmart.
So that one's just residential, and you're allowed so many dumps.
Just ahead, turn left on California Street.
If you're a resident,
yeah,
and it has to be under a certain size trailer or truckload. So yeah, there's a limit to what you're allowed to dump. Now the 98 dump, there's no limit to it, but that's commercial. And like I said, they charge a lot.
Now, wasn't there, somebody pointed out to me there was a landfill somewhere around here too. Like down Hudson or something.
Turn left on
like
California
you turn on
Street.
Little Road, because there was like a 5-acre lot for sale down there, and they said that there's a landfill. I'm not a dump, but a landfill there. Now, if it's an old one or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never been to that one. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been out to that one, to be honest. I know there's some other landfills around, but
well, I mean, I don't even know if it's like old or active or, if it's like a previous one, but because that's just a transfer station over here, right? Yeah. Over to the Walmart, yeah.
To the main dump. Yep.
And is that the main?
The main one is the dump on 98.
98, okay. Yeah, because they had a certain area you had to take trees.
Yeah, 98's the main one around here that you take it to. But like I said, it's unbelievable. I mean, everything in life is going up, obviously.
Oh yeah.
It's just crazy how much the prices have increased out there. It's hard. It's almost, well, I mean, if you're running a business, you're 1,000 times better off getting some land to be able to burn on as opposed to taking everything out there.
Right. Yeah, they. I was trying to think. We were just in town because we had a house here in town for 3 years, and then we just sold it. But hell, I don't even remember what the tribe. She pretty much handled the bills and stuff. But I think they just raised like a couple years ago. We were renting. I think right before COVID, And
That's when it wasn't too bad.
yeah, and then all of a sudden it went up or something, and I don't know. But then we went to Topics because we have fifth wheel, and once my lease was up at the house we were renting, we went to Topics on County Line Road because I didn't know we didn't know what the hell was going to happen with that whole.
What's that?
It's an RV park.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So-
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I took our fifth wheel there
I got you.
because I didn't know what what that whole COVID thing was going to do.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it really did set me down for about 2 months. I was managing IT work across the whole country, so I had to go into places like banks and stuff across the country. So it kind of shut me down for about 2 months, and then all of a sudden we were like working 60 hours a week trying to catch back up.
So you retained your job, you just didn't have any work?
Yeah, at the time, well, I'm an independent contractor, so
Okay.
no working, no ticky, no
Yep.
laundry.
Yep, I got you.
Ford Charger. But actually did okay after they let people travel, because a lot of the jobs I'll have would be like, we'll do like 6,500 branches for Chase Bank and do an upgrade. So we'd have like 30 techs out a night from New York to California. Yeah.
So you actually had to travel?
No, I actually work from home.
Oh,
Well, what want me to turn left on? I probably should go left here. I
you
think.
could. Yeah, you go.
I mean, because I got to turn across traffic. There's
Yeah.
no light out there. That's the
what-
problem with this app, man.
Yeah, it makes. Oh yeah, no, Uber app sucks.
Let me cross 4 lanes of traffic, or I could just turn left here and use the light in my advantage. Yeah, they're both the Uber and the Lyft are just horrible when it comes to routing you. Like
Yeah.
I picked this lady up from her job down at probably Spring Hill and 19, and she went to her second job, which was up here by Cheddar's, and it had me come all the way down to Cortez, all the way up Cortez. It was going to make me go to Mariner and then come through the parking lot around behind, like Hobby Lobby. Like, what the hell? This is horrible.
Well, I don't Uber anywhere near as much as I was last year, but I was in a bad car accident a little over a year ago, and I was seeing a chiropractor on 19 by IHOP. If you know what that is.
Yeah.
Well,
You
so
see
I
a chiropractor.
Ubering to and from there, and for some reason the Uber app cannot find the chiropractor. It's Jenny Chiropractor. It's right there right off of 19. So anytime I would get an Uber, it would send them to the other side of 19, where it's the woods.
All right.
It would either send them to the woods or it would send them to IHOP.
Yeah, it always. I mean, that last 100 yards, last eighth of a mile is absolutely horrible on both apps.
It's crazy.
I took this kid up to Floral City, and
In a quarter mile,
he was
turn
like
right on
18 or
Winter
something
Street.
young. And it was just that dark, just got dark, and whatever the hell way it took me, and they do live out in the woods. I mean, I'm talking way out in the woods of tall pines, but it took me down this road. It was kind of like sandy roads, and then on this logging road. And I'm telling you, this road was through the forest.
Turn
It was like
right
this
on Winter
wide.
Street.
And I'm in this, and this ain't 4-wheel drive. I'm like, well, you know what? It's like a werewolf or something's gonna come out of here, man.
Yeah, right.
It was literally a logging road through the giant ass pine trees. He's like, yeah, I don't know why it took you this way. I was like, well, you could have said something, And he's like, well, you know what? He goes, I didn't even bring my weapon. I said, well, I got good news and bad news. I said, the good news is I only grabbed my Derringer. I said, that's one for the monster. And if I don't get it, the second one's for me. You're getting eaten if I miss.
Yeah, he's the one who's gonna have to suffer.
Yeah. But yeah, they live I mean, it's beautiful though. I mean, that's why I kind of like where I want to, not where necessarily, but what I'd like to be that's what we've sold.
Yeah.
Buy like 5 acres, put something right in the middle of it.
Absolutely, not right in the middle of the city.
Right.
But
And-
no, it's funny you say that though, because when I take an Uber, there's times where I
Turn
might be going
left on
down
Cortez
dirt roads and
Boulevard.
this or that, whatever, and I, I'll always help. I always, if there's a better way, I'll let the driver know.
Right.
And it works both ways. A lot of drivers appreciate it, but I've had drivers who have been completely offended by me. And I'm
In a quarter
nice
mile,
and
take
respectful.
right
I
toward
don't say
Crystal
anything
River
in a
using the right lane.
nasty way, but I have had drivers just almost tell me to shut up because they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear nothing I got to say.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've had some drivers like that.
I've only been doing this, since about Christmas, but really we moved. I took about 2 or 3 weeks off, and I'm not really as consistent as I need to be.
Keep right
But,
toward Crystal River.
I noticed right away the thing was like I'd look up, can I veer off the path and not get in trouble? And I said, yeah. Because like I was going down Mariner, almost to County Line Road. I just happened to be cruising down that way, and it went off. It turned me around, went up to north, Yeah,
Northcliffe.
Northcliffe, all the way down to 19. I'm like, where in the hell does this thing take me? And then left it all the way down the county line. I was like, literally almost to forecourt. I'm like, why in the hell? So I noticed right away this thing was not accurate.
That's a lot. And not only that, but it changes the price of the trip too.
Does it to the person?
Yep, it does.
Well, I noticed that I'm talking to a couple of people that I picked up kind of regularly. You know that it's like, yeah, the only people making money on this app is it's the company.
That's it.
Because
I agree with you.
they're charging people like $25 for a ride. They're paying like $7. You know what I mean? And to the driver. And I know because my son took Uber from St. or Pie.
Yeah.
And it was about $100 to Spring Hill, like 4 o'clock in the morning at one time. And I know thinking like decent $75. You know,
I'll give you a good example. On this trip right here, I bet you're making about $14-15.
I think it said 16.
16. Okay, that's
I think it said that.
That's better than I'm paying $34.
Yeah. See, I mean, what
It's acid.
you know, and the thing is they jumped on it right, I guess, with the app, and it just became national or however. Because I had a buddy, or not a buddy, but I guess my dad. I did telephone work for like the first 11 years. I was like put in phone systems in office buildings and doctor's office and the grocery store. I'm from Ohio, so it's Kroger and stuff. But we had a friend of ours that had a food delivery, and this is back in the 80, I mean, maybe, 80, probably 88 through like 92. And they had like antennas and CBs on their card. It was called Cafe Courier, and he had those boxes for the heat. And he was like way ahead of his time, and he did a really good business. But like I said, with these driver apps, those guys just nailed it. Lyft and Uber, I mean, with the app and stuff, and they could pay more. I mean, why couldn't they? I mean, I don't know why they couldn't. The app ain't got much to run, and they're charging, or they could charge less, and even still pay more,
Well, I've had a lot of people tell me that Uber advertises or claims that they only.
Because you only get 10 seconds to accept the ride or not. It's like,
and I've been told for newer drivers it's that way. I think I've had drivers say as you're doing it longer, it's not as bad.
oh, okay.
Things change. That's what I've been told. I've never driven. I just ride.
Well, the problem is I think Uber, I've got like a 34% acceptance rate. But I am still Uber Pro and Black, and I get all the bonus schedule. And it's like, I'm not taking them for $3, man. I'm sorry, I'm not leaving my house. Yeah.
They get you.
And see, Spring Hill isn't consistent enough. If you go down to like Port Richey or just south of Hudson down there on 19, the fares aren't any bigger. They're like $6, $7, $8, $6. But you're just nailing them. Well, there's one behind the other one. Like I just dropped that lady off and sat for probably 20 minutes waiting for you when you came on in Spring Hill. Down there, it's just more consistent. So you can at least, I mean, they're not big fares.
My cousin was a cop in Alabama, and he quit because he didn't no family or nothing around. He was in the Army, and he ended up being a recruiter. He was stationed there. So, long story short, he ended up moving there. He became a cop. And he was there for a couple of years. He got tired of it. So he's actually with me right now. He came down here and started driving. Mustang Mach-E. Electric car.
Oh, okay, yeah.
To do Uber and all that. He drove a little bit in the span of about a week, and then he quit because he said he wasn't. He said he made like $50 a week.
Was he a home assassin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, no, he was coming to Spring Hill.
yeah, even still, that's just as bad. I mean, Spring Hill's just horrible.
Yep.
You have to cherry pick, so you run Uber and Lyft,
Yep.
and then you just pick whichever. Usually it's Uber 9 times out of 10 that's throwing a ride to you. Lyft isn't nearly as busy or as prevalent as Uber is, but if I went down to St. Pete once because St. Pete's always offered like a plus, $3 or plus $4.
They got the hot spots. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I figured out was that I took a guy to the airport, and I was like, and then I had immediately a ride to St. Pete. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So I'll check out St. Pete because they always are showing busy. But the thing is, the rates or the fares aren't any higher. They're like $6, and it takes you like twice as long to take somebody somewhere because the traffic is so ridiculous, man. It's like you sit those lights for 15 minutes, and so you're not even getting nearly as many runs in. I think the new Port Richey really is probably the best area for just turning them. It is little bit busy, but it's not horribly busy. I know when we first moved over to Spring Hill, like 7 years ago, the first night out with friends, we went to the Horse and Crown there on 19. And my wife went home like she always does early. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just hang out here and I'll just grab an Uber because I didn't have my bike down here yet. And I was meeting with some guys in the club. And I was like, well, at like, I don't know, 12:30, maybe 12:45, I get on for an Uber. And it was 2:20 before I had a ride. I mean, it was like there was nobody up here to give a ride. I'm like, I started panicking. Like, they're going to throw me out. I don't even know where the hell I'm at. We just moved there like that week. And finally this chick had to come all the way from like Newport Richie, clear up there to get me, just to take me, to Waterfall and Spring Hill. But yeah, there was like nobody. There was no taxi service up here either.
That's what I was going to tell you. So I don't know if you know anything about Chevrolet Woods, which is where we're going.
Maybe. I mean, it's been a while since I've been up here.
Yeah, I live there. So I was Ubering every day because I work in Spring Hill. I live over here. I was Ubering back and forth every day for a while. And the average ride is about $35 one way.
That's hard, man.
Oh yeah, but in the morning it's almost impossible to get a ride because there's no drivers in Wisconsin. So when I was able to get a ride, they were almost always coming from Spring Hill. Right. So they were making this trip to go pick me up and come back.
I wonder if they've got what their rate was. You gotta be careful. Like I said, it comes in so fast. You really have to pay attention. I didn't notice that at first.
Well, it's basically the same thing because they're not getting paid to drive there.
Right.
So basically, they're going there, picking me up, coming back here for 14, 50, 60 bucks, and that's absurd. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, even like the very first day I drove, again, I've only been doing it since about not even Christmas, maybe New Year's, and I really
In 2 miles, take right exit 55 toward US.
But
Highway 98 Ponce de Leon Boulevard.
the first day was like shift. It was to go to like I don't know, the other side of Orlando. It was gonna be like a 3-hour time you get. Yeah. That's a really big fare for them because I didn't realize you barely ever see a fare over $24. On these. And my hope was that if you could make about I watched a lot of videos. I learned everything on YouTube. Was to make maybe like $200 a day. That's fine, whatever. Yeah. Hell no, you ain't gonna make 200, but you're lucky to make $100 a day.
Well, out here, because I had lived out in Uber, and
yeah.
in the mornings when I couldn't get an Uber, anytime I lived out here because I said no drivers. On average, this trip to Lyft is $80 to $90.
Really? Holy.
This is no drivers.
So I'm running both. They said you got cherry picked to make you real money.
I've never seen Uber go up like that though. The way Lyft does.
I've
never seen it with Uber.
That's crazy.
On a different note, I was going to ask you this: you ride motorcycles?
Yeah.
Do you know a lot of people who ride?
Yeah.
Okay, the reason I'm asking is because my boss has a Corvette.
In a half mile, take right exit 55 toward US.
He's trying to sell his
Highway 98 Ponce de Leon Boulevard using the right lane.
He already ended up having to get the car, but he still wants to sell the bike. It's a 2005. It's actually got a story behind it. It was originally bought by a Major League Baseball player and gifted to his manager. Oh, wow. So it's got
Take right exit 55 toward US. Highway 98 Ponce de Leon Boulevard.
He's trying to. I think it's got about 14,000.
So 05, you said?
05. About 14,000 miles. It's in immaculate condition. Runs perfect. It's beautiful, beautiful bike. It's got a couple little, things on it, whatever. But it's in great condition. But it's almost impossible to sell a bike right now.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's got any damn money, man. Everybody's broke like no joke. I literally, again, I just kind of picked this up to try to make some money.
Make
My
a
wife
slight
works
delay on
in the medical
Boulevard.
industry. She's solid. She's been solid. There's always people down here in God's waiting room.
Big time.
But I lost. So I do contract consulting. So I was working for like the same company for like 7 years. I went from Chase Bank contract to when we moved down here to this company who was a vendor. It's Chase. So I just went to the other side of the desk. It was great. For 7 years, I ran programs. Like I said, that were 3 years, hitting all the branches. So you said consistent work. Well, then they sold. I knew they were going to do that because I knew when I started there, the guy was of the age that in the next 5 years, this guy's going to sell this place because he's like getting like 62 and it was worth like $50 million and he built it.
Had enough at that point.
And they pulled us in salary. I started out as a consultant, and they pulled us in for 3 years salary. Not one raise, not one review, not nothing in 3 years.
Yeah,
But you know what? Whatever. It was consistent work. I was so used to consulting, it didn't matter. I didn't have to look for another contract. Well, then it kicked us out to the field. I think I was there out in the field maybe another 3 years, and then it just started. Then they finally sold, and it was this big corporation. And they're like, oh, it's going to be all this work. Wrong. There was like no work because it was like way too many people then. And so I went to this other company, and I was like, really, it was for a customer of mine, previous customer, was a Limited Brands out of Columbus, Ohio, where I'm from. And I'm like, this is really weird. Well, I sat for 9 months on a paid bench. They paid me $65 an hour, 40 hours a week, and I didn't bill 1 hour in like 9 months. I knew that was going to come to me. It's the best job I almost ever had, you know. And I was like, are you sure? But they needed me really bad because that was my customer. I knew everything about that account in the past. And but when it stalled like the 5th time, it was a divestiture between like Bath and Body Works and Limited Brands or something.
When it's about big companies.
Yeah, and I was like, well, guess what? It was no surprise when they said,
In 2 miles, turn
we
right
can't
on
carry
West
it
Oak Park
anymore. I said, I'm
Boulevard.
surprised you carried me this long, really. What I didn't know was that it was October of 2022, is that the shit was, everything's going to fall out in this economy. And I have had not one contract since October of 22. Yeah, last paycheck, real paycheck with a real contract that I've had. And I had never had a problem before. I always had, 5 to 7 that I was talking to. And they're not all the right fit in IT. Depends on what, I can do a lot. I've been doing it for like ever. But forget it, man. I didn't know that, the economy was going to drop out. And there's like 1,400 applicants every time a contract posts. And it just destroyed my career. It really did, It sucks.
My cousin, the same one I told you lives with me here. He's got a degree in software engineering and something else. He plays video games. He's all about computers and all. But for some reason, he won't get a job in computers. He can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But he runs around getting all. Now he's looking for another job right now. He runs around getting all these other jobs. But
I've applied for some again last night, but like you said, used to be that there was like an endless supply. You could just keep on LinkedIn or you go on Indeed until you get tired of applying. And then, but it really got to this point this last year where there was like 3 job postings. I'm like, 3 jobs in the entire world? I mean, are you kidding me? This is insane. And it's better now, but there's still, when you go to apply, there's 1,400 applicants. Now it just says over 100. Yeah. Well, it used to say like 1,400. Yeah. We're going to turn before that, right?
Where that truck is sitting.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I've been on that route before. Yeah, so I don't know. The thing is, you're not even going to get looked at. You have to literally cater every single time you apply your resume. You have to cater it with AI to the job description to match. Otherwise, it won't pick out keywords to even pull your resume out. It takes forever to apply for anything. And then you don't even get a call. It's ridiculous.
But that's the other problem.
In a 1/4 mile, turn left to stay on West Oak Park Boulevard.
You've got such a process you have to go through. You just said, and then the question is it even going to get put in front of somebody that can look at it? Because 90% of the time it's not.
Yeah, I did just see a video from a technical
Turn
recruiter
left to stay
inside
on
a
West Oak
company,
Park
and he
Boulevard.
said,
Then turn right on Green Tree Street.
How much of the thing it is?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a
A little
weird,
bit of a crazy spot.
weird hook here. But he
Turn right on Green Tree Street.
said if it seems like they're not hiring people, it's because they're not hiring people. He said those jobs are never being filled. He said they're in HR. It's called job justification. They got to keep their job. He goes, and they're running people through, and I've been through this 2 and 3
Turn right on Green Tree Street.
with why don't you meet with Sally and the team over here? You're like, what the? How many freaking people do I have? It's like a carnival. I'm like, just give me the job. They'll stretch it over 3 or 4 weeks, and then they never award the job.
That's it. Yeah, I was about to say. No, that kind of makes sense. That explains it right there.
It sucks.
Dragging people out like that, just knowing they're not going to give you the job.
Yeah. And he said they have to do it, otherwise, he said they're not even counted now for how many hires or people they bring in. They're counted on how many interviews they can book. It's like, what a jerk, man.
Well, and kind of an example, like I said, I do lawn service landscape work, and we do quite a few commercial properties. And it's like every year, commercial properties, whether they're planning on hiring another company or not, they have to go through the process of getting bids.
Oh, do they? They put out the bid?
Yeah. So every year, they got to get, usually it's 3 to 5 different bids they have to get. So even if they're keeping us, it's that process they still have to do You know what I mean? So no matter, so there's always some stupid little reason why.
Do you think they pick the lowest bidder all the time, or are they having any kind of leverage where they can pick the best bidder, not necessarily the lowest bidder?
I would say 85% of the time they pick the lowest bidder.
Welcome to America. Everything's built by the lowest bidder.
Yep. I would say probably 80 to 85% of the time it's all about the lowest bidder. Now you do have some businesses out there that actually care about the quality of the work they're getting, but no, the majority of the time they don't. They just care about the money.
I did
In a
public
quarter
bid for
mile,
a long
turn
time,
left on
or not a
Pine
long time,
Street.
but I started a IT division for an electrical contractor up in Ohio, and it was brand new, and they switched over electric or data to its own division and the bid specs. So we're talking like $1.3 million technology jobs,
Yeah.
and they same thing. It's the lowest qualified bidder. Sometimes they wouldn't take it. Like if somebody screwed one up. We only had one that we really, you knew when you go open a bidding and you're at like 450,000, everybody else is at 975. Do you miss something? And they'll allow you to retract because they don't really want to hurt you, and they want you to have to afford to do the job. They hire somebody who underbid it by 500 grand. They're not going to get the job done.
No,
so
absolutely, and that's just
Turkey right there.
Oh yeah,
Is
yeah.
it
There's
real?
a lot of them around here.
Wow.
But there's a bunch of them up in the yard. But no, that's just it. You just said it because
In a
so
quarter
much
mile,
that you
turn
have to
right
take
on
into
Bursinema
consideration.
Circle.
But you still have companies out there that don't even care.
Right.
They don't even care if people don't show up every week or every other week. They just care that they're paying such a small amount of money.
Yep.
And you're absolutely right because the majority of those companies cannot handle the work. They
Right.
can't. They don't have the people. They don't have the machines. They don't have the trucks. But
that was the first bid I ever did public. And we didn't even know we were going to have a division. They just
Turn right
a
on
new thing they
Bursinema
started
Circle.
up there in Ohio when that school or when the tobacco money came in. So it went to the schools, the Ohio Schools Commission, and we won. And my boss, a guy called me that owned the company. He's like, "What'd you do?" I go, "I don't know what I did." He goes, "Man, you got screwed up." I go, "I did."
In a
He
quarter
goes,
mile,
"Won."
turn
I go,
left on
"That's
Masters Drive
scary."
South.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, "Yeah." He goes, "What'd you leave so much money on the table for?" He goes, "Are you sure you can do it for that?" I go, "I don't know. What was the next closest bid? $3,000 on 1.3 million. I mean, that's like hitting a bullseye, but it's still scary. But we did really good on that one. But it's tight now. We used to be able to bid like 28%, 30%. That was back in 2000. Now they're bidding at like 3.5%, 4%.
Good God.
It's a big
Monster. That's the biggest house around here.
Wow.
Yeah, that amount you're talking about a world of difference right there.
Oh, I know. We were bidding minimum 28, 30. Well, there was no one else bid. I mean, it had to ramp up.
Competition.
There was no competition. I mean, seriously.
But that's the same thing. It's the same thing in everything. Like
Turn left on
another
Masters
example.
Drive South.
Last year, this is where we left right here. Last year, Florida removed the requirement to be licensed in order to remove trees. Just anybody that wants can remove trees now.
That's
Anybody.
Scary. That's scary.
And when I say this, it's nothing against anybody.
In a
I
quarter
actually
mile,
know a
turn
couple.
left to stay on
But
Masters
you got
Drive
so
South.
many crackheads out there.
Mm-hmm.
They're going around. I call it crackhead prices, and they.
Somebody get hurt.
That's
killed.
exactly it. But it completely ruins it for the legitimate companies.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. Yeah, exactly. Because they're just destroying the market.
100%. Yep.
And so do, the inheritors down. I know, so we bought our fifth wheel up in Ohio. I should have waited until I got down here because they're 30% less. And the reason is because everybody inherits the stuff that dad paid off, and they don't give a shit about retail or what the market is. They just want to give me 10 grand. You're like, you're killing me, man. I'm trying to sell mine.
Yep.
All right, where are we going?
We're going to go all the way to the end and make a right.
Turn left to stay on Masters Drive South, then drop off Michael on the right.
I'm going to be in the corner where that car is.
On the left or right?
On the left.
It said drop on the right. This thing is so stupid, man.
It's stupid.
Oh, we can do a little.
It can never find my house either. It never does. It always.
The Homosassa does have some land up here that was kind of okay. It was like 45,000 for like 3 or 5 acres, but you are still kind of up here in the middle of nowhere.
If you're okay with going out of your way like that, I will tell you now. If you keep looking, Homosassa has got deals that are 1,000 times better than Hernando County.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You can find beautiful land out here for a lot cheaper than Hernando County.
Well, maybe I will run into you again.
Yes, sir. It's been great talking.
I'm off 19. I live off 19 back there, so hell, I'm always running up and down. So this wasn't bad at all. You're not even really up to Homosassa yet. So
yeah, no, not quite. So it's not too bad.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Well, yes, sir. You take care.
You too. Now I gotta figure out how the hell to get out of here. It's always nice when you get somebody cool bullshit with. A lot of people are just clammed up. I have absolutely no idea how the hell that was. What the hell was that? I just turned it off, damn it. What the hell is that? Oh, I don't know. This is, I don't know what the hell that was. Can't see shit. Oh, I got a tip. Somebody let Goon know that they tipped me for my excellent driving. I wonder why there's like layered chat on top of chat. I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out how the hell to get out of here. Hell. Suppose.
Head south on South Masters Drive toward West Winged Foot Court. To my place may be closed.
Oh, shut up.
In 400 feet, turn right onto Bersonimus Circle.
I have no idea what the hell.
Make a U-turn, then turn left onto South Masters Drive. Take the next left onto South Masters Drive, then turn right onto Bersonimus Circle.
Interesting names.
Take the next right onto Bersonimus Circle.
There's some mass housing developments out in the middle of nowhere.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Pine Street.
It's too bad you can't run live on TikTok. You get paid more or quicker as a creator, content creator, but
Take the next left onto Pine Street.
they ruled or they changed their rules so you can't live when you're driving from a moving vehicle. Somebody obviously ruined it for all of us. And really meta. Well, always PayPal and shit. I couldn't figure out how to API
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Green Tree Street.
the Instagram, and I'll figure it out. Because I could turn the app back on. Up here. There's too much competition. Up in here. Up in here. Oh, the damn turkey running in front of me. suppose I should switch the camera around so you guys can get a better view of.
Take the next right onto Green Tree Street.
Sunshine.
Continue on Green Tree Street for 3/4 of a mile.
Lord, man, what the hell? 51. I said it didn't take long. I can't see the damn thing. Can't see it. Crystal River, nah, it's the wrong direction. Got to be careful what you take. Shit. There it is. Come on, damn it. Come on. Phones are come on. Damn it. I got somebody on right up my ass. Damn people. Damn it.
In a 1/4 mile, turn left onto West Oak Park Boulevard.
Shut up.
Head northwest on Sweet Gum Court North.
Shut up. You're gonna regret turning it back on. Spring Hill, Brooksville. Yeah, but that's a long ways away, buddy. Get you off right now. Talk about distracted driving.
Take the next left onto West Oak Park Boulevard, then turn right to stay on West Oak Park Boulevard. Take the next right to stay on West Oak Park Boulevard. In a 1/4 mile, turn left onto US 98 South, West Ponce de Leon Boulevard. Turn left onto US 98 South, West Ponce de Leon Boulevard. Continue on US 98 South for 4 miles.
Shit, I should really went back down 19. Damn it. So I need to go by the house and get the damn flashlight. Son of a bitch. Go back the other way. Stupid ass thing. Buffering a little bit. I don't know if it's because it's hot or because I don't have any range out here. I don't know if it's because the phone is hot or it's just I'm out here on BFE. It seems like it was buffering. So I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to see if I can look up the other talk about the settings. It says to use the overheating devices. Overheating. It's got to use the overheating detection setting. I could not find that. So I will have to YouTube it. Go back on it a bit.